Hi friends, this is Vicki with Gramma Vicki Crafts, and today I made this cute little Santa Gnome out of a Tide Pod container and some paint and some Mod Podge, hot glue and a glue gun and a Santa hat and a little decoration and a little wooden ball for his nose. So if you want to know how I made this, stay with me now and I'll show you how step by step. So let's get this video started. So what we need is a Tide Pod container or any kind of a container, a pod container, and some paint. I'm going to use white paint. I'm going to paint the back of this. I'm going to use a flesh colored paint for his little nose. And then I've brought out the Mod Podge, and I might put Mod Podge over top of the paint after. So we're going to need a couple of brushes. We're going to need a cute little Santa hat. I found this one at Walmart and I thought that was pretty cute. And then of course we need the fun fur. And for the fun fur, you have to measure out how big you want it to go across. So I've measured from the middle here to the middle here, and then in length. So I'll give you that measurement as I get to it. So I have the back painted, and while I was waiting on that to dry, this is the front. I did come around quite far though, because I wasn't sure yet where my beard was going to cover. So I wanted to be sure that I had enough paint on this container. So to speed up the drying, I did go ahead and use my blow dryer, but if you've got time to wait, that's fine too. So while that was drying, I did paint my little nose in the flesh color here, so that too is drying. So then I went ahead and I cut out my piece of fun fur. So across the top it measures 12 inches. And I did cut it 6 inches long, but I'm not sure yet until I go to glue it on exactly how much for length I'm going to need. So I may end up cutting off an inch at the bottom, but that's okay. I can do that later too. And then I've got to cut out the opening in here in the middle to set his little nose in. So I'm gonna go and do that. But I think too, I will put a coat of Mod Podge on here just to make sure that it doesn't chip off. So I did go ahead and I put 2 coats of paint on, first of all, and then I did put a coat of Mod Podge on the back, so I do think that will be better. So now, working with the front here and the beard, I have cut the little notch out for his nose, and what I did was I put his little hat on, and I was trying to decide how I wanted him to wear his hat, whether he wanted it on an angle or just straight on. So I'm going to go up a bit with my beard, and I'm going to put it right about there. So when I had his hat on, I measured and I put a little mark with my pen so that I can go ahead and glue my nose on there. So I'm going to go ahead now and glue his beard on here and his little nose, and then I'll be back. So now I have his beard glued on just across the top here and around on the sides. And I've glued his little nose on. But now as I come to the bottom, I see that if I lift up his beard, just the tail ends of his beard, this orange is going to show down here. So before I go and glue on his beard any farther down, I'm going to paint white right around this area right here, just so that the orange doesn't show through this part of his beard. So I have that part painted now, and I think that's going to be better. So now I can go ahead and glue the rest of it down around, and then his beard will be on. So there he is, and you know, you can comb your faux fur too and make it look real nice. And I've given him a little bit of a mustache there just by separating it from under the nose there, so we can work with that again. Now for the hat. So I'm going to put the hat on his head. And just put it down. It's just the right fit on there. Then I'll hot glue that down, and then we'll just put a little bit of a decoration in the top of his hat, and I think he'll be finished. So here's our little Santa Gnome, and he's all complete. I think he turned out really cute. What do you think? So if you would like to give me a big thumbs up on this one, make one for yourself, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and always remember to be kind. And thanks so much for watching. Bye now.